Hello, friends. Waterlubber, where'd you go? There you are. SentinalhMC here, and we're back in the fusion plant. Waterlubber, you keep breaking the place.
I'm not doing anything wrong here.
We're back in the fusion plant to work on stuffs. So we just had a fight with frame rate. So whenever we looked at... Oh, stupid rain. Go away. Whenever we looked at Shiva's reactor room, the frame rate dropped to 15. And whenever I looked away from it, my frame rate shot up to 60. So we think we fixed it by pulling the fuel out of his reactor. Now the frame rate seems nice and comfortable. So while Waterlubber gives himself a bunch of crap, I'm going to take this episode and we are going to build the awesomeness that is going to be this tower. And it's going to be the tower design that I use for all four of them. And if you turned into the stream that I tried to have that went a little off the rails, didn't quite work out, but it was fine. You got to see it firsthand before anyone else. But anyway, we're gonna build it this time, as long as I can get it right. No, already terribleness has occurred. Misclicks. We need like misclick therapy. So if I can not misclick, we can actually magic wand this shiz. Okay, I can't do it in that time. I gotta go up here and actually build it manually. So as you know, I've been sick since Christmas, and I'm trying to get over it. It's not so bad anymore. It's just now all that's left is this persistent, annoying cough. So hopefully that won't be too annoying. If I turn away from the microphone, it's pretty okay. Okay. So the first step of building this new tower design is to raise this to there, because this is going to be the new height of the thickest part of the tower. Well, the thickest part of the base of the tower. Oh wow, that didn't go up now, did it? And then we can go ahead and do this. So this is a design. This tower, I designed it after Fallout 4's mass fusion building. Now, one annoying thing about the magic ability wand is that it doesn't actually work with carpenter's blocks, which means I have to manually place all of my carpenter's blocks. Waterlubber, what are you doing? Waterlubber?
Oh, I changed my push to talk to you to a button on now. Sorry.
Ah!
I'm doing some maths here and trying to figure out what to set my induction motor to induct.
Oh. You're doing resistor math. This Waterlubber, how come you're giving us no amusing commentary?
I saw Mad Max yesterday with my friend.
Okay.
It's the kind of movie I like because there was no stupid drama. It was just explosions and cars. So
No stupid
it's a
drama.
very good movie. I really don't care for it because it takes a lot of work to get it to actually be interesting, and most of the time it isn't. So they did a good job just by screwing it all and just having cars and explosions the entire time.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. Actually, I haven't seen any of the Mad Max
I'm getting
movies.
a ham. I'm studying for my ham radio license so I can talk to old men that I don't know. Creepy old men.
Okay, what?
At odd hours.
It sounds kind of like old-timey Omegle.
I just forgot what I was gonna say
It's
again.
basically old-school Omegle. Or Omegle is the new school of ham radio.
Keck Messenger or no? Kick Messenger? Kick Messenger.
What?
Popular among Kick Messenger. It's like Omegle, but Omegle. It's not really Omegle. This is why I haven't provided with any amusing commentary, because I'm forcing this and I can't come up with any good ideas.
Good ideas.
Need at least 3 people to have a fun, good time.
Why? We can't have a fun, good time, Waterlubber? While we work on building things?
If the solenoid explodes, it's Shiva's fault, not mine.
What? Why would a solenoid explosion be Shiva's fault? He's not even here. Or are you just saying that everything is Shiva's fault all the time? Stupid rain! Why does it keep raining?
It's Shiva's fault.
It's not Shiva's fault that it's raining.
Put that on your merch.
It's Shiva's fault?
Okay, it didn't explode.
Well, no. Why would the solenoid explode? The solenoid's fine.
If I gave it too much torque by mistake.
Well, you shouldn't do that, because we already had it before. If you had blown up the solenoid, it would have destroyed a massive... It would have destroyed the whole tokamak, and you would have been on my poop list.
Did you make a backup of this world yet?
What? I don't know. It's whatever backup that Haggle has.
Because there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
I don't.
They all start with Waterlubber.
Hey, Solego.
It's...
Hey, how you doing?
Nothing can go wrong, Waterlubber.
Why did you need to say that? That's just the worst thing you could possibly say.
No, the worst thing you can possibly say is it can't possibly get worse. But nothing's gone bad, so that statement wouldn't apply here.
Hey, wanna see me tempt fate? Could this day possibly get any worse? Ha ha ha. And then the Death Star blew up.
So Solego, other than being sick, how are things going at your place of living?
Not bad at all. Wife's getting better,
Good.
so
Glad to hear it.
we've got a friend staying over and helping out around the house while she does that and I go to work, so
That's nice.
things are going pretty well.
Good.
And I got a PS4 for Christmas, so
Wow, even better.
yep, I was doing that before I got on here.
I'm still rocking PS3. I've never actually gotten very many games.
Buy more and make a supercomputer with them.
Like the U.S. government.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of crazy, but
It was
IBM.
It was because of the price that they were at.
The reason you can't install Linux on them anymore is because the government, IBM, no one was buying their supercomputers because it was cheaper to use PS3s. And
Yeah.
since they own the cell architecture, they said, if you don't cut out this, we're not going to support you anymore. And Sony was forced to get rid of the Linux on the PS3s.
That's funny. Who would want to run Linux on a PS3 under normal circumstances?
I would.
Well, of course.
That's because it's you.
Of course you would. You would run Linux on your toaster if you could.
You can. You could also run it on Dead Badgers.
You are
say
a
dead-
total fangirl, I tell you what.
Did you just say you can run Linux on dead badgers?
You didn't know that?
Well, that's obviously not true, Waterlubber.
No, you just need to have the special architecture.
The special architecture.
Dead Badger
What sort of
instruction set.
architecture is a dead badger gonna have?
Definitely not x86.
A bit squishy and flattened, maybe? Depending on
Well,
how
it
it died.
depends. Did that Badger have a degree in mechanical engineering?
I would highly doubt that.
Well, then I doubt they'd be a very good architect.
Solego, you're going to like the alterations that have been made to the tower.
Was Waterlubber taken out of it?
What?
Oh, never mind.
The tower is now
I'm almost there.
tower is now wider
Solego is satanic.
at the base, giving you more room to work on the wiring.
Yeah, I saw screenshots you posted of,
Yeah, you saw that?
of it, and I thought, more room for Solego to Solego things up.
Indeed.
Indeed, I do.
With this massive carpenter's block turbine. Carpenter's.
Yeah, that's going on, isn't it?
Carpenter's turbines. That should be a thing. Have a pink turbine. Make your turbine into cake. Carpenter's turbines.
Reika would rage so hard.
At Carpenter's
Especially
turbines.
if the turbine still worked after it was converted to cake.
Cake turbine. Runs on gingerbread. Cake turbines run on frosting. You have to put frosting in them instead of lubricant. And, come on. We need to think of other baking-related components.
Well, instead of steam, they use candles.
What?
Just put a bunch of candles. No, well, the reactor, what it does is each reactor produces a candle power, and you stick candles in and fuel them with steam from the reactor to run the cake turbine.
Cake turbine runs using those self-relighting.
It runs on love.
Those self-relighting candles that
Those are great. I use those all the time.
the self-relighting candles that
Oink.
parents will put in their like 1-year-old's cake just to mess with them and just watch as they continually try and blow them out, which technically means that the cake turbine runs on pure trolling. It runs on troll energy.
I could so work with something like that.
So the more that you troll, the more power you get.
I would be producing gigawatts.
Ty Lopez. The more you learn, the more you make.
What?
The Lamborghini commercial.
Oh, that Lamborghini guy? I never actually watched that very much. I just remember as soon as he says, it was so funny to me. He's like, you want to know how to get a Lamborghini? Drop out of school. And I'm like, what? Okay, this guy was definitely not approved by parents everywhere.
Anywhere.
Anyway, who is that guy? And why does he hate school?
That guy that's on there, hey, look, this is my new Ferrari, and I'm not trying to show it off or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to tell you could do these things.
I don't like that guy.
That guy?
Yeah. Who's that guy?
He seems pretty self-important.
I don't even know who he is. Why did...
Well, he's probably the one who has an ad at the front of one of your videos. So, that would be funny.
Why was he suddenly like... Suddenly, those commercials started popping up where this dude is like, drop out of school.
I think maybe you're taking his message a little out of context there.
But seriously, that's as far as I ever watched. So I don't know what else he says.
Oh, maybe you should watch it before you start knocking him and his message that he's trying to give to young children.
I shouldn't.
His message is, buy my service. It's a scam. No, it isn't. Buy it anyway. It'll make you rich. Because I'm a mentor, and mentors make you rich, not hard work or an education or not working at McDonald's.
What did you... What McDonald's?
It's a scam. He's operating some kind of scam operation, basically, and he's doing the thing like, if you call me up, I'll be your mentor or something like that, and...
Operating as... You know, I always thought that I would love to run a scam. A successful scam. If I could run a successful scam, it would be great. But what would...
Like Star Citizen.
What would... But what would my scam be?
Elite Dangerous.
Oh, nice.
For just $5 a day, I will make you a better Minecrafter. I'll be your Minecraft mentor. You want to build better builds? Drop out of school. You want this awesome castle?
Remember the dirt mansion you built at one point?
And I'll become that guy for Minecraft. I do. I like the dirt mansion. I was quite happy with that dirt mansion.
So this is how I have it wired to come out of the top of the battery without stuff. Okay, so I'm on a lot of medicine right now.
Yeah, it's fine. Without stuff.
Uh,
Yeah, without the
What
battery, without the feedback loop,
Okay.
without that thing.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, and there's another thing I'm doing.
another thing you're doing. Are you doing all the things?
I'm doing just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Perhaps.
That's what we'll put on your tombstone. Solego, you did one more thing. One thing too many.
One more thing with the things.
With the things.
Yeah.
And the
Yay.
stuff.
The things and the stuff, yes.
We are producing waters.
Water?
You should put it in plastic bottles and sell it at exorbitant prices at football stadiums.
So, be Nestle? Oh yeah, I have to do this part first.
Come check out my liquid nitrogen setup. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh wow, Waterlubber. Did you just make a joke about liquid nitrogen being cold? I'll come see what you've done.
I don't know if that was exactly the intent, but it kind of worked out that way. I don't give him enough credit. Not to pull off a pun like that.
Whoa. That's a big tank. And a loud motor. Hey, Waterlubber, how come there's a bunch of ice falling on the floor in here?
What?
You're just dumping ice onto the floor.
Oh, pipes are so stupid.
Well, yeah, that's what buildcraft pipes do. They just spit it out if there's nowhere to go.
I need to feed all of these things more power. There is absolutely no way that they will keep up with the reactor, not with how slow it's filling.
Maybe they'll work now.
What are you talking about? The water? Solego?
I started up all of the dew point aggregators.
Yeah.
And oh god, it's going so slow.
I fixed
it's
it.
still filling up so slow. I need to
I mean, is the
massively increase our number of dew point aggregators.
is the cooling not right? I mean, did I have it set
No,
up
the
right?
cooling's
Those
fine.
things sound like they're getting you pretty angry, so wouldn't they be dew point aggravators?
Oh,
Oh,
Waterlubber.
shut up.
Be quiet with your dew point aggravators before you aggravate
I've got
us.
a joke for you guys.
No, you don't.
It's a green tech story joke I found on the internet.
Somehow I don't think you should say the joke.
Family
Okay,
friendly, family
so-
friendly.
It's completely family friendly.
Liar.
So
How do I
this
doubt
guy
this?
is a school mascot for his school, and he's the guy who goes out in the suit. And his school's mascot is a lion. So he's going to a football game, and the opposing team's mascot is a tiger. He's met this tiger guy before. They've usually play around and they mess around doing tricks to appease the crowd. Now, this tiger starts being really nasty to him, and they're having a plastic sword fight. And it's supposed to be just playful, but he's actually hurting him. So the guy in the lion suit gets pretty angry at this tiger guy. So he starts punching up the tiger, and eventually he gets so angry that he rips the part of the face off the tiger. And the coach has to come up to them and separates them. And he says to the lion, "Why would you do that?" And he says, "Well, it was the eye of the tiger.
What? That's the worst.
It
joke
was the
ever.
thrill of the fight."
No, that doesn't even work. That
That is terrible.
that doesn't even work as a joke, man.
That's not a joke.
So, are you saying it's the average American? Unemployed? Doesn't work? Joke?
Your jokes are bad, and you should feel
Yeah,
bad.
terrible.
That's the point.
This is how I had it.
No. There's a difference between a bad joke and a joke that is terrible.
Not a joke. A not a joke
Yeah,
joke.
that's. I mean,
A
Yeah,
joke.
that is the
That
difference.
doesn't even work.
A joke that is so unfunny that it actually reduces happiness and joy.
It shows a lack of wit, and
Ooh.
it makes me sad.
Solego just said you have a lack of wit, Waterlubber. And the gentlemanly insults have been thrown. You, sir, possess a lack of wit. Well, you, sir. That's the end. I don't have any more you, sir lines.
You must also possess a lack of wit then.
Ah, very well done, sir.
One
Bad.
could say that you're witless.
Witless. Yes. So have either of you guys heard about this thing called Sesame Credit in China?
No.
Let me explain it to you. It's the creepiest thing ever. So Tencent, which is the largest games company in China, they own Riot Games that makes League of Legends. They have a large stake in Blizzard and Epic Games and all these kind of things. They're basically now like the most evil game company in the world. So here's what happened.
Define evil game company.
I'm going to. So the Chinese government, in an effort to control its citizens, has worked with, Tencent Games have worked with the Chinese government to create essentially what is a credit score for your social network. So the way it works is that it's called Sesame Credit, and it connects to your social network, which China has its own version because obviously Facebook is banned. And it tracks your activity and the things that you do. 2, 3, 4. I gotta find the center of this. Just a sec. Okay, that's the center. And what it does is it gives you a score. It's kind of like a credit score, but it's a score for how obedient of a citizen you are. So I'm not joking. So what will happen is, like, if you go on the social network, the Chinese social network, and you post or you repost something that the government doesn't like, your score goes down. If you, however, repost articles and videos that the government approves of, your score goes up. A high enough score gets you perks. These are interesting perks. They're government-related perks. If you have a really high Sesame Credit score, the government will like make it easier for you to get the necessary papers you need to travel, or start a business, or get a house, or all these.
That's horrible.
Okay. However, if your score is really low, currently there are no stated penalties for a low score. However, there have been rumors floating around that some of the penalties that they could put in place may in fact include the fact that maybe in future certain jobs will require you to have a certain Sesame Credit score. So if your score is too low, you would be ineligible for that job. Okay? Now, it actually gets worse. The way that they get you to use the way that they really get at you and make the system super evil is that your score is not just determined by what you yourself do on the social network. It's also a product of all of your friends and family on the social network.
That's horrible.
So if you have friends that have low scores, their scores will drag yours down, which encourages you to either first try and get them to have a higher score, and eventually unfriend them and ostracize
I
them.
unfriend you.
So it's encouraging people to ostracize people that have low scores because they want high scores. So it's just about the worst sort of government mind control. It's like those old mind control experiments, but it'll actually work.
Well, it's not really mind control, more manipulation.
I mean, we're not talking about a bunch of idiots here.
Well, the thing is,
it doesn't take any kind of a genius to see what's going on there and go, oh, okay, you know what? This is just a propaganda
but this is
thing.
China.
And yeah, and
And
You don't think
don't
they're
have
smart
a
enough
choice.
to see what's going on with stuff like that?
Even if you know it's
they can't.
even though
They can have a choice.
no, they can't because
Or
in
they- I mean,
2020
what-
the system
They
becomes.
can have no choice and still see it for what it is.
I know, but in 2020
They-
the game becomes mandatory,
Yeah,
which means
and
that
it's not
you
like anybody's
can't
going to read it and say, you know what, this is how things really are.
you can't not participate in it, because if you don't participate in it and just go about your day, you still have a Sesame credit score, which means that once they implement penalties, and they will, you're going to be penalized.
Yeah,
But there are plenty of people already that love it. It's opt-in right now. Right now, it just went live in 2015, at the end of 2015, and it's opt-in, so people can opt into it. People are already opting into it and enjoying all the perks.
oh yeah, I bet that's totally legit too.
Because you got plenty of people that are towing the party line already, and this is basically now you get perks for towing the party line. So you got plenty of people that are
Nobody's gonna look at that as a reasonable source of information though when they're over there. It's just because something is mandatory that you have to look at it doesn't mean people are just gonna buy into it because, well, the government says that's how it is. So, I mean, look at here.
What do you mean buy into it?
No.
It's something that the government is forcing you to participate in.
But you just said it was
matter that
opt-in.
they're being
It's optional
forced to
it's
participate
opt-in until 2020 when it goes mandatory.
It doesn't matter that people are being forced to use it. The stories that people are reposting and that the government approves of and all of that, it's not like people are going to look at it and say, oh, the government approves of this, so this must be true or anything like that.
Well, no, but it's encouraging the citizens to conform.
So that wouldn't be the first time that a group of people is conformed at face value and just been all like, yeah, this is total bullshit.
It's kind of Orwellian in a way. Like actually Orwellian. Like a lot of the stuff people say is Orwellian isn't really Orwellian, but this kind of is Orwellian.
It's communism.
They're basically offloading because extra credits is where I heard about this. They did a really good video about it. So if you want to, go check out the extra credits video because they go into it in pretty good detail. Is that if these fascist governments like China that want to control their people, they can either do it through fear, but that fear creates resentment. So the idea is that by making it a game with perks, positive reinforcement, they can avoid the resentment, and people may actually like the system because they can get perks. And those people that like the system are going to be the ones that are going to start ostracizing their friends and family that have bad scores. The idea is that they want to encourage people to ostracize those that are not towing the party line. And I see it working.
Hopefully,
Waterlubber, why'd you light the carpenter's blocks on fire?
I want to get rid of them.
But I have carpenter's blocks. This whole building has carpenter's blocks everywhere.
And really, that is probably the laggiest way you could
go
about taking apart blocks.
You're gonna burn down my carpenter's blocks that are on the wall.
It won't, I promise.
Oh, it will.
You say that until it does it, and then you're like, oh, wow, I didn't
What
think
could
it would do
possibly
that.
go wrong?
You're gonna burn down all the carpenter's blocks on this tower?
It won't happen.
You better not burn down all the...
You're so full of shit.
Family
I
friendly.
just went to the bathroom, okay?
That's actually a pretty decent comeback. But let's keep it family friendly. Yeah, you went on the longest bathroom break I've ever seen. Solego said you must have been compiling it before you...
He was compiling his crap before he took it.
Oh, well, it definitely compiled up in the toilet.
Yeah, because wow, compiled up.
Wow, that was... Don't go with the obvious joke. Nobody finds it funny.
Well, Waterlubber, you didn't burn everything down. Still, why do you have to do things the most dangerous way possible?
Why not?
The hardest and slowest way, no less.
Yeah.
Setting it on fire was easily the slowest way you could have possibly taken that thing apart. Alright, I'm gonna head out. It's family game night, and I'm gaming the families tonight.
Ooh, what you playing?
don't even know yet. We might end up just doing Mario Party on the Game Boys. That'd be fun.
I need some more.
What were the parts of a high pressure turbine?
Steam injector. You need the turbine housing. You need turbine blades, and then you need the actual high pressure turbine blocks.
Yeah, you got all the parts that I saw you give yourself. I don't know the pattern though. I look it up online. Use the wiki for
I look
that.
it up online and get a guide for it. Anyway, we can sign out for this. Let's all go to the control room because we're just about ready for signing out.
Do you like my water production now?
Maybe work on the turbines off camera since we already had them built and it's just going to take hours.
Yeah, the turbines are going to take a long time. What?
Did you see the water production I had set up?
No, I didn't. Let's go see. I didn't look at it. Let's check that out. That'll be good. Oh yeah, you added a bunch more.
I added 3 on each side. I also split this apart so that it wasn't sharing water across.
Right.
So that because each side is supplying half the reactor, so I figured if this side is supplying one half and this side is supplying the other half, I mean these aren't going to fail. The dew point aggregators, they're still using a ridiculously low amount of power.
Right.
But this way, it's...
We got that water pressure.
Right. This way, we don't end up having some kind of screwy glitchiness trying to share
yeah, I don't like
water from one side of the dew point aggregators to the entire reactor.
Yeah, I don't like screwy glitchiness.
And the reactor is now refilled with legitimate liquid nitrogen,
nice.
which is even better.
Everyone, come up to the control room. Use the elevator while
yeah, we're doing that thing.
Well, use the elevator, you guys. Come on, I built it. And everything. There you go. So that looks cool when you come up to the elevator. Waterlubber, what? Why are you not coming through the...
Because he's down there spinning around on his
he's riding the solenoid
magnet.
Again. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this.
Goof.
You're not in the shot, Waterlubber.
This is dizzying.
Stay tuned for future episodes. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.